listening to The Mark Cox Show. Follow the show on Facebook. Facebook.com/The Mark Cox Show.
Saying stop it on 60 Minutes is not denouncing racism.
No, he needs to take a strong stand about this.
Allison Camerata on CNN basically saying what you're saying, that saying stop it the other night on 60 Minutes was not enough. I don't know.
Just one forceful where it's
well,
from
you
the
know,
gut,
other than the thing that he recorded, and I don't know when he recorded that thing showing what his top priorities are going to be for his first 100 days. I've got a copy of part of what he said here. I don't know. He probably needs to do something live. He doesn't need to do it taped. He needs to just come out and hold a news conference. Somebody was pointing out this morning, well, President Obama held a news conference 3 days after his election. Why hasn't Donald Trump done that? And before this, he was just about the most accessible presidential candidate in history in terms of making himself available to most members of the media. Here's what part of what Trump said in his video.
Today, I would like to provide the American people with an update on the White House transition.
He hasn't yet held a press conference, but Monday, President-elect Donald Trump released a video outlining goals for his first 100 days, including proposals on trade, immigration, and defense.
My agenda will be based on a simple core principle: putting America first.
So my suspicion is if that was released Monday, it probably wasn't shot Sunday or even Saturday, but maybe near the end of last week, which would have meant that there'd have been no opportunity for him to take time out of that video to say anything about something that happened on Saturday. Oh, so if he's going to do it, he's going to need to just come out and do it live. Yep. Now, what Bill O'Reilly said, we'll do it live. Look that up. That's a funny clip. But look it up on the internet because it's dirty, and I can't say it on the radio. Go ahead. I'm just saying.
You're mesmerizing today. You're making me lose my thoughts.
By the way,
I mean that in a bromance kind of way.
I know you.
Right,
I know you
right,
do.
Good.
Thank you so much. So, if you're looking on the webcam, if you're watching us on 971talk.com, I'm drinking Coca-Cola out of a glass bottle. And even Chris commented on it when he came in. He's like, "You're old school today. Where'd you get that?" I mean, it looks like when you used to go buy the Coke in the bottles. I've only seen this here at the radio station since I've started working here. And apparently they have to import these from Mexico in order for us to. So I assume it's safe to drink, but I'm drinking it.
And
so
you
we'll
almost
see.
want to take it to your local grocery store and get your 10-cent deposit, don't you? Remember those days?
Those were the days. Speaking of which, being politically correct, I see apparently. During the election in California, they had a proposal on the ballot they're trying to stop people from using plastic bags at the grocery store. Right. So they're going to start charging you 10 cents a bag if you have to use, or they want you to bring your own recyclable bag.
They already do that at the grocery store I go to.
They charge you for a bag?
Yeah. It's like 15 cents for the big ones and like 3 cents for the little ones.
Yeah, but this is state law because they're trying to discourage use of plastic bags.
And I get that. I'm just saying I've already experienced it. Yeah. Because they're trying to save money in other ways, but
what do you use when you walk your dog? I mean, those are our go-to bags for waste.
No, they
what
have
in the world?
Dog waste bags.
Yeah. You know, Becky's probably listening, and she uses the recyclable bags that you take in, so you don't have to.
Yeah. We've got a couple of those.
But the bad thing about that is the bagger puts about 45 pounds of
in each one
items in that thing. So
You got to hope.
I've gotten a little bigger.
I have noticed that. Got some guns going over there.
They put about 50 pounds of groceries in each one of those things. Heavy.
Yeah, pretty soon in California you won't have any way to carry it. Like they were interviewing people that were walking out of the grocery store with their groceries in their arms because they forgot to bring a recyclable bag and they were mad that they were having to pay for the other bags.
You know, there's something I saw the other day where they're talking about a Cala exit.
Yeah, I saw that.
Made.
There's a group of crazy liberals out there that want to secede.
I'm looking for the P.O. box so I can send
Can we donate to it? No kidding.
Yeah.
Let's just fence it off like Escape from L.A. Remember that movie? That was a great movie.
You know, and they filmed Escape from New York.
They filmed that at Union Station, but Escape from L.A., they just had put a big fence around Los Angeles and they used it as a prison, basically, right? That's perfect. I would be all over that.
What year did that come? I don't remember Escape from
LA.
LA.
It had to be in the late 80s, I'm thinking, right?
Escape from New York, Snake Plissken.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Never
Now
forget
we're getting
Snake.
old school. Now we're getting old school.
Snake Plissken.
96.
Let me get to a couple of. Was it 96? Later than I thought. Of course, he was getting a little long in the tooth by then.
Exactly.
So Snake was a little younger than that. Let me get to the phones. Mike, thanks for holding on.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. By the way, those were 2 cents for 12-ounce bottles, 3 cents for 16-ounce bottles.
Okay, there you go.
And then Carson, good man, adroit at snatching defeat from the jaws of victory with that statement. I don't understand. But getting to your Obama situation, you said it correctly. These people haven't thought that through. If I'm Obama, I'm going to issue that pardon. And that would be nothing but a slap, which seems to be what he likes to do anyway, at Trump's attempt to mollify the situation and saying that he's not going to prosecute. I think it's correct that the Congress or the Senate could seek and bring her up and then seek to have her charged. But I think if I'm Obama, it's an end-run play for me to go ahead and issue the
pardon. Right.
Now the pardon, my understanding about the pardon, she has to admit guilt. In and of itself isn't an admission of guilt. She has to admit guilt. So I don't know that she has the wherewithal to allow her pride to allow her to admit guilt.
Really? I'd never heard that because, I mean, I don't know that Richard Nixon admitted guilt to anything before Ford pardoned him, did he?
Yeah, I was doing some research on it, and this was always now, that could have been in the 18-minute tape. That was
well, yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
Know. But it's taken as an admission of guilt. But I think that they have to admit guilt, and that could be borne out by further investigation into that. But I'm very disheartened, like you were, that he decided that he was going to say this. And I wish that he would hold off on making these statements that he doesn't seem to be thinking through. That's just my opinion.
Yep, I agree. Well, Mike, thank you for the call. I appreciate that. Frank is telling me, our producer, that she does not have to admit guilt to get the pardon. She also doesn't have to accept the pardon. But Nixon didn't, apparently.
Barack Obama bragged over the weekend that throughout his 8-year presidency, he did not have one major scandal. Knock on wood. Yeah, I know. He did say that.
Please clap.
So I find it hard to believe that a man who's obsessed with his legacy would besmirch his legacy and pardon Hillary Clinton and be stuck with that taint on him, especially when he said his presidency has not had any scandal. So
This is embarrassing.
I don't see that happening. And like what I told you before the election, the administration, Comey did not do that thing 11 days before the election without Barack Obama and the higher-ups knowing that.
Just ignore that.
I don't know, Chris.
That didn't happen without Barack Obama's knowledge or consent. Clintons and the Obamas hate each other.
Well, you may be onto something. I still believe, though. I think our caller was right. I think he goes ahead and issues the pardon just in case she needs it. It's like a marker, right? If she needs it, it's there. He can just leave it in the safe in the Oval Office. There's nothing. It's not like the new president can come in and cancel the pardon. He can't do that, right?
I don't think they're cool like that.
Ask Mark Rich. I know Mark Rich is dead now, but Bill Clinton pardoned him.
Mark
because
Rich? He's dead? I didn't know
I think he's dead. I think he died.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I believe that to be the case.
Marcus Reich was his real name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Mary, you're on the air. What's your question? I got about a minute.
I just want to say I was equally disappointed as you were, but I'm hoping that his plan, I hope he's got something up his sleeve. He's going to let Chaffetz and Gowdy go after her, and he can just stand back in the corner and shrug his shoulders and say, well, So, but the one thing, it's not the emails so much, although that's pretty egregious, but I want them to go after the Clinton Foundation. And I want to see Loretta Lynch drug into that as well. She needs to answer for some pretty serious things that she did. So maybe keep our fingers crossed that somebody up there will go after them for their crimes.
Mary, thank you for the call. Yeah, I'm not sure that it's over because certainly Chaffetz and Gowdy have both suggested they've still got questions to ask.
I agree with Mary. It's one of my favorite books of all time is the 48 Laws of Power. And one of the laws that they talk about is cat paws. And that means using other people to achieve your objectives if they're underhanded. So, cat paws.
Why are you dissing cats like that?
I love cats now.
I'm just kidding.
I have one.
Do you really?
I didn't
That's
like them
good.
until I started dating Becky.
Now you love
Now
cats.
I
See
love
see the effect women have on us.
I
I'm
have a
telling you.
nice little black cat named Sadie. I adore
good.
that little cat.
That's cool. All right, Chris, thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Follow him on Twitter at Arps, at Carps on Twitter. And we're going to have our Twitter poll later today. Be sure you go check that out at Tony Colombo 971, at Mark Cox 971. And it speaks directly to the investigation of the Clintons. How about that? No? Oh, that's right. We did it on my mistake. Check it out. Vote before the hour's up. We're going to have the results for you coming up at the end of next hour. You're listening to the Mark Cox